All right.
All right. Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl, Callie, Montique, and Dr. Joy Pre-PhD. We are here to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 12, called Mic Drop. Everything we say is allegedly our opinion. What else are we supposed to say, Joy? Entertainment purposes only.
And our opinion is based off a heavily edited show.
There we go.
So it's
Heavily
not the
edited show.
serious people. People be getting mad.
Don't get mad.
I get
Get
mad too.
mad.
We just serious.
So yes. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna share it in a couple of groups. And then we're going Callie's getting some water, but we're gonna rate the episode.
I'm back.
Oh, Callie's
Let's
back.
rate it. Let's rate while people kind of pop in.
Yeah, rate it, Callie.
Give the episode from 1 through 10. I can start if you ladies want me to.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it like a 9 in a very corny way because I like reality TV so much. I kind of enjoy picking out its imperfections. And this episode was so choppy. This had to be a first year editor's or it was edited appropriately and these are like the worst actors like ever. It was so corny. That's what it was. And so obviously a setup. But they've been planning this for a minute. That's why I keep reminding myself everybody's on these, every friend. And that's something that we probably need to talk about too. Every friend isn't always really your friend. This story about Ashley and this girl, she meeting her in Mommy and Me, that may or may not even be true. Because we've all learned that when Bravo brings on a friend, they do encourage relationships, but they don't really know each other. Remember Nene and Eva, they were big sis, little sis. Nene would admit that she had only met her like out, and she had met her before, but they really didn't have a relationship. So
I think they were friends though.
I don't know if they are or not, but I do. If you think about it, this had to almost be control. Go back and rewatch the season. It was the first episode when this girl pops up with Ashley.
Yeah.
It was the first. It was either the first or the second.
I just want to know how y'all find her husband.
So that means that Deborah.
On Instagram.
And we talk about Deborah. Deborah had to be a part of a plan from the very beginning because based off of this last episode, this doesn't even feel like something that fell in her lap. I kind of didn't like that. That's what it made me think about. Because if it would be one thing if the situation, it just seemed too contrived. It was
all
just.
Right.
Because
Deborah's been on here before, though. Not this season. I don't think much, but I do think you are right when you say that because she was in the first episode. She came up with her baby on her. She said, "Where's Michael?" And she was like, "He's out of town. He's in Vegas." I remember all of that. So for her to be there,
and she was at Karen's party.
Yeah, and she was like,
"Think about this."
Yeah, so I do think because Ashley's little friends ain't been at nothing. Okay, right. They ain't never showed them PLTs or PYTs or whatever you want to call them.
Well, I would rate it a 6.
I think so too. I was kind of bored.
Yeah.
Well, I know why.
I gave it an 8.
I did because it was so badly planned, and it bothered me so much that I went back and rewatched. I was really trying to prove somebody right in wrong in one of the groups. I actually rewatched the second episode, and it was actually the second episode that
when she came.
Yeah, so when this girl came, because she was this, I don't know if she told her that story then. No, that's not right. No,
she didn't.
It was the first episode.
It was the first, I think.
It was really, this is strange.
It was very early on.
Yeah, it was strange to me because if you believe last week was fake, that Ashley was trying to set up this girl to come embarrass Candace, then you also have to believe that this was her plan from the very, very beginning.
Do you think Ashley's trying to get some of her friends on the show?
I have no idea.
I mean, I did think about that for a minute.
That
She
was
might
my
be
thought.
trying to get somebody on there for her, so she don't.
Like, these are her friends, and she wants to get them on the show. Any of them. And Deborah's just the one that kind of was like, "Well, pick me, I'll do it." But I don't. And then another thing, could the producers only, because they only show the same 3 clips of Chris. He had to be doing other stuff. He's at the bar looking at his phone. He's somewhere else doing his phone, or he's talking to, I think, Ray. So he had to be doing other stuff. So could the producers just not be showing?
Absolutely. Because they're definitely saving him at every point. It's just like this episode was so contrived. Do y'all really think Gizelle didn't answer the question when Ashley flat out asked her, should she say something to Wendy? Do y'all really think that? Go back and watch
Gizelle told her no.
That episode was never, I mean, go back and watch that part. That Gizelle didn't answer that question. That means that, and all I keep thinking is she must have said something that they don't want us to see regarding, because right now Gizelle is the villain.
Well, I think she said no because all he did was smile. I mean, that just seems like something Gizelle would have said. They didn't want that to play.
So if she had said that, that would still counter, because the producers want us to believe right now that Gizelle is with the bullcrap.
Okay, well,
why would Gizelle come to a dinner with Ashley's friends?
Right, she's never done that before.
But she said why on the show, and that made me really look at her sideways.
What did she say?
She said, "I am glad." She said, don't take this wrong way, but I'm glad that this girl is here, and that girl had that experience with Chris, because Candace doesn't listen to nobody. So I'm glad she's here.
She said that she was here to watch you play off and watch the scene. She wasn't saying that she's glad that she's here, but
she did say that. She said that exact word. She didn't say.
I'm finna go to the scene.
Me too. Because I don't remember her saying she was glad, but she may did.
Yes,
but I do think she was saying Candace is not going to listen to you.
Right. Because I do.
Giselle has she's messy. Yeah, she's messy. She brings the mess. Her and Ashley, I feel like, bring the mess, and Karen sometimes do too. But Karen's kind of backing off. But they do.
No, you know what? But the Karen, when she brought up the vagina going up in there to do the yeast infection with the fan and everything.
Yeah.
When she brought that up, I thought, here we go with Karen bringing up somebody's vagina again. Why are we
the vagina?
I mean, last season it was Gizelle. Now she's still talking about somebody else's vagina.
I think we're being bamboozled this year. I really do think Karen ain't never been this messy. And the conversation they had and on camera, and she wasn't even drunk. I think we're being bamboozled this year. That's why in real life, Candace blew up like a light doggone bomb. I think we're being bamboozled, and they're just all in agree to it. They're giving us a show. I have to believe that. It's so ridiculous. Like, it's almost like a bad first run.
I think it's ridiculous, and I wish they move on from this. And I thought we were done with the Chris thing, but Ashley ain't done. And I agree with Marsha. And then Marsha said this: Ashley's getting back, but Ashley admitted it. She was like, "It's a get back." Remember when they were sitting at that table?
Ashley owns her stuff.
Oh, she did.
I get it. I get why she is, and because Candace has not just been brutal, she's been unkind and very racist. People hate me saying it. Racist about how she talks about her, because even when I mentioned this to my daughter was like, and I was kind of even bothered, but I guess I get it. I'll just tell you how she explained it. Ashley wouldn't be considered a black girl, and I said, and you think Candace would? She was like, well, she thinks blackness is based off categories, and she don't think she fits in. Her only fit in is her mother. Because I'm arguing with her. She doesn't think that Ashley is in terms of what you think of a black woman. She would mentally. I said the same thing. I was like, the people that were most influential on her were Black. You on mute. You on mute.
Can't do y'all think well, I forgot what I was saying, Joy. Dang it.
I was talking
I
about
don't agree with
Ashley,
what whoever said that, because
my
Ashley said
daughter,
Black.
and she said
Okay.
but because she was saying that she didn't think that she would fit under that category, and so when she says that when Candace hurdles these racist like comments at Ashley, she says that's because she doesn't see her as Black.
What does she see her as? What?
I asked because my daughter says she doesn't either. Because she says she doesn't really, she
Do
wouldn't.
y'all see Ashley as white or Black?
I don't know. Candace, although didn't grow up in the hood per se, she always had probably some cousins that kept her grounded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Ashley may not have had those kind of cousins. So Ashley kind of in her mind thinks and moves really the way a white woman would move.
So what does she do that's a white woman would do? I'm trying to figure this out.
She doesn't think, in her mind, she doesn't conversate, talk like a woman that would even understand hood vernacular. Like she would question it in an intellectual way. Like, yes.
I'm gonna have to start listening to her then.
And I kind of get what she's talking about. Like, although she may not have been a valley girl, she hasn't really lived in the land of Black people.
Get back, doggy. They didn't have a problem with. They had a problem with Katie acting like she wasn't Black. They didn't have a problem with their race, but Katie would be the main one that said she wasn't Black because she was mixed. Now Katie is mixed.
She literally said it's based off of how you look.
Yeah,
that actually came out of
because she was trying to say Gizelle them looked mixed, and they were like, "No, we're Black, and so they kept trying to fight for their Blackness because Katie didn't want them to be Black. I don't think they had an issue. Not her mama lived under a bridge. Why do people keep saying that Ashley mama lived under a bridge? So
I think they were very poor.
So who raised Ashley then?
I think that she may have grown up when she was with her mother in maybe trailer situations. She doesn't even move like a traditional Black woman. She's not even, and it's not a bad thing. She's open. Even her thought processes. I don't meet Black women like her. I know that they exist. I like them because they're different in thought. They think like white people. Like even how she handles things is different. I don't even know how to describe it specifically, but I got what she was trying to say. I just didn't understand how she was comparing it to. That's why Candace responds to her like that. So I understood how she's talking about Ashley in that tone. I just, I wouldn't have then, just because you meet a Black woman like that, you get to know her. She doesn't like, how Black girls often are kind of tough and guarded. Ashley is not like that. She's the most vulnerable person I've probably seen on reality TV. Like, what Black woman would admit some of the things that she says on television? Like when her husband was talking about her, remember they was in a car? Black women don't traditionally would allow a roach looking thing to even talk to them like that.
Yeah, like that. That's true.
Yeah, or
how that's an age thing. I just feel like he was older. He got her when she was younger, and she was just used to pleasing him because of the money. I didn't think of it as a race thing.
And when my daughter was talking about it, I would even wonder what she would put down as her race at times. I really do wonder about that.
What Ashley would put down?
Yeah. What did she do at some point? What did she put down as her race?
Are you talking about when she was younger, maybe?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So they think.
I don't know if her friends are liars, because I was even surprised that she had Black girlfriends, because I actually remember I actually said that out loud, like, oh, Her girlfriend is black. I would think
That's
she
why
had
I think
all
that
white
Ashley thinks it's
girlfriends.
black to me. I'm gonna have to start watching Ashley now.
I
I just
guess
feel
how
like
open
Candace
she
sees
is,
Ashley
even
as
how
a light-skinned girl who has curly hair and she's married to a white man. And even though they both are married to a white man, she feels like Ashley is whiter.
yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Because of that.
Well, Ashley's all her father's white,
Yeah.
so she's a mixed girl. Candace is undoubtedly black, but
Right.
the
Candace is black.
insults that she hurdles at her were they were like slave, sexual kind of insults. She did the same thing with me as well. How she insults them it has a
But Mia's
sexual
black all the way.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Both her parents. I think we've seen pictures of them. Like she's not mixed.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Candace kind of confuses me when she does some of the white shaming, but I know this one's white. But that's neither here or there. I'm on Wanda. So when Karen, let's start off with Karen and her event. Ray was just as confused as all of us. He was sitting there like, what? It's gonna be on the grinder? Like he didn't understand her event. So what do y'all think about Karen's event? Was it crazy? I know a lot of people realize how delusional Karen in the groups now. They realize how delusional Karen really is.
Isn't that really a part of her appeal?
That she's delusional? Maybe.
Yes. She is. To me, that was one of she really do think she Beyonce.
Gizelle even looks like Karen thinks just because she's in the room, people are supposed to be grateful. But she was Karen always like that?
She's always been like that. And that's why I always thought that her and Gizelle played against one another, because Gizelle would always do just enough to feed her delusion and enough to correct her when she wrong. So they always played a good nemesis, frenemies type roles. Because she plays into her persona. She gave her the name, the Grand Dame. She plays into her persona. We all do. Like if we saw her on the streets and out, would we scream the Grand Dame?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Karen. We would.
We would.
I would not.
You would?
No.
What would you say?
I'd have some other choice words that we probably can't talk about.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about it. So did y'all enjoy her show or no? What'd you say, Joy?
Can we start with when it first opened and her and Ray was sitting there, I think, with one of the planners, and she was real short with Ray.
Yeah. I was talking about that. Ray was confused.
I didn't like it.
She was, I think
I
because
thought
Ray
it was fun.
because Ray was about to burst her bubble. You know how Ray would get her.
I think so. Yeah.
It's happened many times when they've had certain conversations. He, on more than one occasion, didn't always know what she was talking about. So I kind of felt that's the norm. He'll always give her that look of, what are you talking about?
Hold on, I gotta share. I ain't share this with no groups or nothing, y'all. Hold on. Okay.
Dang, is it cut off?
They bought me food and it's hot. Just want y'all to know that. Anyway, guess they made me some new food.
Let me also give you an example of sometimes I do wonder, do they be lying? Mia was on another show, a Bridezilla or something.
Say Yes to This Dress, I think.
Yeah, Say Yes to the Dress. That's what it was. And she had bridesmaids, and none of them was her friend that she been knowing.
Jacqueline was not a bridesmaid.
That's why sometimes maybe it was a situation where they would say, okay, ladies, y'all have any friends that's interested in an interview? Maybe. I just don't think that these people are as good as friends.
But they say Jacqueline's mom is Mia's, and we're going to find this out, is Mia's nanny. So I think they were friends.
You think that? So you think all of that's true?
Yeah, all that's true. I don't know. Maybe she just wasn't in the wedding, or maybe she wasn't there for the dress fitting. But they say, not they set my food on the engine. You should, Tori. But anyway, it is hot. So what did y'all think about Karen's show? Was Mia right to get up and say, you're telling my business to people and all that?
Absolutely. I love it. I
Why?
love it. I mean, she should have brought it up there because Karen is so shady. So yeah, calling her out in front of all two of the people in the audience was perfect.
First of all, the producers helped her with the show. What do y'all think? It was like a minstrel, like a cartoon with smiling pictures with the different acts and stuff. They kind of like the producers really do a lot of the shading.
They do.
They do a lot of the shading. So that element of it was kind of interesting. But when that girl came to that thing and how it all played out, I was thinking, Nat, this ain't real. This can't be real. Ashley been planning this all season. She been planning this all season. Like she's that vindictive. And I say it like that because I really do like Ashley.
I do too.
And I think that's why it's so bothersome. But the killer is everybody still blaming Gizelle. I keep saying, for what? Because she was there. I was like, that girl get a call sheet she show up for. She can't invite herself into somebody's table. I think about that.
Do you agree with this? Karen tries to one up everyone. Gizelle and Robin had a live podcast, so she's having a live show. Wendy, so do you think
who had the better show?
It wasn't Karen.
I mean, at least Gizelle and Robin did their own entertainment. What Karen really should have did was pay somebody to write jokes, and she could have done a really good job, telling jokes. And she could have even told jokes at the expense of the girls watching.
Like a roast, kind of like a roast.
Right, like a roast, or even her own self. And she had got somebody to do that, and she'd do like several little 5-minute acts, nothing long. That would have really been like Karen's show, and you would have felt like it was hers. It's almost seemed exploitative when she was saying, and pride. I was like, so I guess
everybody was like, what is pride have to do with this?
Like, because she was just throwing out words because she wanted a buzzword. Karen does that a lot. She just throws out stuff and hope it sticks.
So this show was really Karen. Oh, you said it had Karen Presents. Like she was just up there to like
I don't think so.
Like she was the host.
She was the host.
That's all she was.
Karen.
That was anybody that showed up to improv on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, whoever showed up at the improv that night, Karen hosted. Joy. Okay, so Latoya said, how do you know that Gizelle didn't put Ashley up to this?
Because that would mean that Gizelle would have had to hook that girl up before Karen's party. When that girl went over Ashley's house, it would have had to. It's not like this girl just popped up. Before she popped up at Karen's, she had already met Ashley at her house.
Yes, true, Glow. So she was not at the Pride event that Ashley had.
Right, that's my point.
She's never even said anything about pride.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it was exploitative. Like she was trying to exploit the situation. But yeah, that girl showed up to Ashley's house before Karen's party. She invited her to Karen's party. So if you people to think that Gizelle was involved, that would literally have to be that Gizelle had sent that girl to her house for Ashley to ask her to come to that thing and pretend like so-and-so Chris is flirting with you. Then we gonna create a narrative. It's too much. And it would have to go back to, well, just how would Gizelle then exploit the fact that Chris really asked her on camera to meet her in a room? It doesn't make sense. I actually thought about it.
Giselle gets excited about Miss, but they all do. They all get excited about Miss.
Giselle wants to give us a good show.
Because they think they gonna be like, we're gonna be renewed. We're gonna get another season.
Right.
So even Karen likes Miss. I mean, like you see how she be like, she makes all her faces and she tries to act like she don't.
I think
But
Karen
Karen
stepped
loves
up.
it.
Sometimes I wonder, do some of these Bravo people really do listen to us in the groups? Because one of the things that I remember saying over the years was Karen doesn't engage. Remember, I used to say that if y'all even watch her in the room, Karen be sitting off in the cuff until they bring her into the conversation. She ain't even in. And I'm wondering, this is Karen being engaged.
Finally, because Gizelle, even on
being
Recently Shaded,
engaged.
they said Carlos asked Gizelle and Robin, who surprised you the most? And Gizelle said Karen.
Yeah.
She finally clocked in.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
She
Yeah,
said
Karen,
that.
Karen, I do wonder, do they are they in the groups? Because we peeped that. Because we even talked about how people was hyping up the Grand Dam and you didn't see it in numbers when she had her own specialist show.
Her show, nobody watched that.
Yeah, because that's when you don't really like a person. It's really your counter. You just like it when they go against your whoever it is you don't like.
So this is what Glow thinks. She thinks that Ashley talked to Deborah about what Gizelle and Chris's issue, and then they jumped on a bandwagon. So she's not blaming Gizelle. They just saw an opportunity. And that's how I feel.
I'm not saying that. I'm not even arguing. I'm just saying Gizelle wasn't involved with it. It would be too contrived. But I don't think that. But what is it? Gizelle says something that I think that I've been wondering. What the heck did she mean? When Gizelle said, I try to talk to that girl, I wonder, was Gizelle trying to soft warn her?
Who?
Like, these girls are coming after you because your husband being a little too flirty. They think
that girls are saying that
she was kind of warning, but we think it is a way of being messy.
Ashley friend, she is posting, but you got to sometime, if somebody says something about you, you can either cry about it or try to laugh about it. And I think she's trying to laugh about it. But I have really thick eyebrows and I get mine threaded. The girl just needs to get her eyebrows threaded. You know what I mean? She would be okay. You just go, you get them threaded, and they'll be, because her eyebrows are really thick.
It wasn't her eyebrows. She just, she has a different. She's have a different look. I think. Look, if she can take advantage of the situation and go get a couple dollars from Sesame Street, do you, boo?
I would say it.
What y'all think about Mia rating her a 4.5, and Wendy and Candace a 8.5?
Yeah, I thought that was very funny.
It was very, but I feel like that girl looks like Mia before all her surgeries. If y'all go look at a before picture, listen, I'm serious. Go look at a before picture of Mia and say that girl Deborah don't look like Mia before she had all her surgeries. So did she feel like she was a 4.5?
I don't know.
Maybe it's. I don't think the girl's ugly. I just think she's. What do y'all? Okay, we're not gonna ask that question. Oh, she looks like Mia now. So you think she looks like Mia now? No, I think she looks like Mia in her old picture.
I really just think it's her long head because
I think it's her eyebrows.
Not
Mia a 5 at best. Y'all ain't right.
I think Mia is really, really pretty.
I do.
I mean, of course, she wears her wigs and her makeup, but I think she's really pretty. I would give her an 8, 8.5. The other girl, it's not that the other girl's ugly. She's a character looking, she has her own unique look. But did y'all see the way Candace stared at her though? When she was told that that's the girl that talked about Chris, Candace looked over at her like, really? I mean, just gave her the coldest look.
I love that she literally said, really. And here's my thing.
Yes, she did.
Even if what Ashley and Deborah are claiming is 100% right. Let's say they are 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
No numbers were exchanged.
Right.
No social media handles were exchanged. No, you fine. I want to touch you.
How do we know that?
Because they haven't charged him with that. I'm talking about what I said, what they actually, what we saw.
Oh. Okay.
So based off of what they claim he did, it still was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything.
Even if he was being flirty, people are flirty. That don't necessarily mean I want to sleep with you because you is flirty.
Because I've been told that I'm naturally flirty, and I'm like, I don't think you anything. So some people just have a natural flirtatious way about them, and don't mean anything.
But I'm like, even what she was claiming didn't even happen. Like, she's the one that actually said to him, "I like your pink shirt." She started the conversation. Now,
she's just being messy.
My name is Chris. I couldn't have thought that he was gonna be flirting with another woman. He's mic'd up, obviously, or there are mics nearby. He was either mic'd up or is the mic nearby to even pick up that conversation. I don't think he would be flirting, but I don't even see anything wrong if a man was complimentary. I don't, that's not crossing the line, because if I see a dapper man, I would always compliment them. I don't care if they 10 years old or 50. Like, you ain't never walked into your job and somebody said, "Oh, you looking nice today." You're not flirty. So even if he had said, "What a beautiful dress," I still wouldn't have thought that.
Not that he didn't seem to have done anything inappropriate. I just think the girl.
They're not accusing him of doing anything appropriate either. I guess is what I'm saying. This is a non-issue. That's really what I'm saying.
But I don't like Chris nor Candace. Well, I understand Glow.
Why not Glow? They're decent people. But they like Disney characters.
Okay, so I have a question, because Candace mama dog Chris. Like, it ain't like Candace ain't. I don't understand.
Or you're not comparing Candace's mom to these girls, are you? Is that what you was about to do?
Her mama, when her mama walked into that thing, who did she hug first?
I don't
Giselle,
know.
the person.
Giselle.
Okay. He hugged Giselle.
What does that mean, though? What are you getting at?
I thought that was fake too. I noticed that too.
It's not real. I don't think this is real.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. I really don't think this whole. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I think this. Y'all think about it like this. Mia is creating her own drama. Yeah. They ain't getting this from the streets or the blog. They get this from Mia and Jacqueline. They are creating their own drama.
And why did Karen make an outfit change at the Improv?
Child.
She is off the table.
I don't understand the Improv. I don't understand.
Look, Karate. That's what she is.
Crazy is what she is. Crazy. Okay. What do y'all think about the scene, since we kind of jumping around? I hate to do that, but we are today. Mia and Jacqueline and Gordon, that scene.
That was the most awkward thing I've ever seen on reality TV. It was like nobody knew how to start the scene. I was like, they need Gizelle to be able to get them to move the scene.
I agree with this. I want to talk about this. Chris ain't got enough money for Dorothy. Candace is surprised in their relationship. I don't think Chris would cheat. Yeah, I think he knows what he's got. So he's
not just that. I hate to say it, but I am. Chris look like a sloppy drunk 95% of the time. He looks so sloppy even when he made up.
Who looks like that?
Chris. He looks sloppy every time I see him on film, and he got a drink in his hand. Not only is Candace the prize, she needs to put her on the pedestal. And it is what it is. This is mean, but I'm gonna say it. Forgive me. She just married down. That's all. And because it's not that he doesn't have potential. He definitely got a skill. That is a beautiful thing. He a daydream.
That one line.
Y'all ain't never tripped out Chris. He do look sloppy most of the time. Like, even when he dressed up, he looking like, I need to get out of this suit. I need to get on my jogging pants, tennis shoes, and wife beater. He looked like that's
okay.
What he is.
After you show me that picture, I was about to call you Karen. Don't cuss me out, Callie. But it made me think about the seating at Karen's thing. Mm-hmm. Did it seem like first Wendy was by herself with Eddie? Candace was kind of at the table with them, but it didn't seem like they were all kind of talking. And then Wendy came over. So do you think they're ostracizing Wendy because she was not at the, like, Deborah and them had a better seat than Wendy to me? Did
Wendy
y'all
was
notice
late.
that?
She was late. She came after the
But you
show.
don't save a seat for your friend.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Girl, don't give me the line.
Do y'all
Maybe
think they
she didn't
trying to?
want to sit over there. Because she had to sit next to Gizelle or something. Because Candace was sitting across from Robin. And then I was wondering, how did Robin know who the girl was?
Yeah, how does Robin know that was Deborah?
I'm telling you, like, because she's the one that told Candace.
Now she's gonna leave him as soon as she makes it. Do y'all think she would leave Chris? If she don't have a kid, maybe. I think if she has a kid by him, she won't leave him.
Yeah, like I ain't saying, when people say act like everybody want Chris, I'm like, Chris ain't nothing to a pro, because I guess the consensus was Gizelle want Chris, and I'm like, Chris ain't got enough money to be with Gizelle for one.
I doubt Wendy was later than Robin. Robin's the latest all the time.
No, Wendy came late. Wendy probably lives the furthest away too.
She does. But I mean, but don't you sit with it? And even when she sat down, just watch it again and see how they didn't talk to her. Just watch it.
But she was sitting at the table at some point, because she was sitting there
nobody
shaking her
said a
head.
word to her. Go watch.
So wasn't she privy to noticing that girl was over there and they were having a conversation, because they kept going to Wendy when she was shaking her head?
Yeah. I don't know. And then I feel like they only really show her as much. Like they kind of backtracked and show Wendy's conversation with Ashley just a little bit. Then they had her and Eddie with their little scene, and then they were done with her. I don't know. Y'all just go back and watch. I don't know. So y'all feel like they're hating on Wendy?
I thought
That's
they
what somebody
were
said.
because of the hot mic situation, what she had said about Mia.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought maybe she was gonna get a bad edit. But they sure giving Candace a good one.
Candace is good. She deserves it though. Candace got beat up. When you get beat up and cried the season before, you need to give me a good edit.
Because I mean, they proven he was trying to holler at me. He looking the other direction, and we know that the camera ain't on him all the time. But you know, doggone well, they could have easily manipulated that camera to make it look
the same clips every time they see Chris. It's the same clip. He's in the same stance, looking at his phone or having a drink. It's not like a whole bunch of different clips of the thing. It's the same clips. Now, I don't think he was cheating. I mean, cheating.
I don't think he was either. He's a nice guy.
He hasn't even been accused. Y'all notice that these issues are really non-issues. Gizelle is complaining about being uncomfortable, but he didn't say or do anything. Then nothing happened. And now here's the situation with Chris again. They're not really accusing him of anything. So these are a bunch of accusations.
That is beat up for Candace. Candace grew up which people didn't get beat up. So she got beat up, okay? In Candace's mind, she was tortured. She cried. She was traumatized. Y'all know, come on. Maybe for the people in the hood that went beat up, but for Candace, she got beat up on TV.
Because the producers are going above and beyond to make them look like the victors in this situation.
Well, I mean, in this situation, they sort of are.
And they definitely suppressing poor Gizelle. Everything, because they are cutting too much of her opinion, which is so weird to me. Like,
why do you think it's being cut? Why do you say it's being cut? And then why do you think
she flat out asked her in this episode, do you think I should say something to Wendy? We never did even hear Gizelle. She was about to answer it. Then they went to something else. It cut to something else. Gizelle didn't answer it. It was something else. Do y'all really think that Gizelle had she is the only person in confessionals that said nothing about the fight between Mia and Wendy? Y'all don't find it strange?
They didn't show
I don't know.
I was trying to think about that. They cut it out. It's something that Gizelle has decided to do this season to counter and what they want to see. I do believe they had made a pact to do things different. I think Gizelle wanted to be like a mother hen, sit back type. Karen had stepped up. Robin is acting erratic. All of them have earned their money this season. Like Gizelle literally has been the most low key of them all, but she still keep playing for everything.
She does, but that's how you know that she is on everybody's mind. She's not going anywhere. I guess Candace learned not to dare someone to hit her. Yeah, she's not gonna say that no more.
Well, she said it several times since then.
Who she said to?
Yes, now that's the truth, Latoya. They have been the victims the entire season.
Yeah,
That's
they have.
true.
But she said it before.
That's
She
true.
said, she even said it to Mia or somebody. Candace ain't stopped none of her conversations about that.
She ain't said drag me ever again.
Well, yeah, she hasn't said the word drag me. You're probably right about that.
She ain't said hit me. She ain't said come over here and get in my face.
Yeah,
she ain't said.
Do you not remember when her and Mia
I ain't
was
saying
going
that
back
she's still
and forth?
about it. I'm just saying.
She's not. No, Kelly's saying it. Not
I
you.
think this
Kelly's
season.
saying it.
I'm saying that I think this season, Hallie, when she said she's still about it, this season Candace was trying to suppress this. Candace walked. I can't stand that girl. I always say that girl has the emotional intelligence of a 13-year-old. Well, she tried to prove me that she's at least an adult because she walked away from that like dust. You couldn't have done it. The only thing that she did that bothered me is when she didn't just call this girl a bee. I don't like it when black women call other black women black bees. It's something so racist about it. The way it comes off her tongue, I don't like it.
When Candace said, "Yeah, I don't know."
Yeah, it's almost is like a black, yeah, like it's almost like the mindset of a white woman would even say something like that.
But y'all say Ashley White. Ashley don't say that kind of stuff. Gizelle sparked
but she wants to be. I think she wants to be. That's the difference. Ashley is who she is. She's comfortable in her skin. I do wonder about her wanting to be white. She don't even talk like a black woman. Like she does that a lot though. It's just certain things that have in my head are things you just don't do in public.
Who you talking about, Candace?
Yes, like how many people do you see saying, "Oh, my black tail"? She makes those kind of references.
I've never said that.
Like
to say what?
No.
Click the blackest part of my butt or something.
Yes, she said my black, and I'm finna repeat this. I'm finna whisper it so God won't hear me. When she was said, she would make references to her black.
Yeah,
like she I mean, I just don't hear people talking like that on TV. That's like I guess I'm not that comfortable. I wouldn't be that comfortable having that kind of thing on camera. There are just some things that you just shouldn't do in public.
T says she said that.
Where the white people are watching.
I want to say this. Gizelle has sparked the drama this season with Ashley's divorce, Mia's illness, and Chris. She has not been low key. Do you agree?
I mean, yeah, you're right.
1000%. Ain't nothing low key about Gizelle.
Well, I guess this is a situation where she lit the match and wanted to sit back and watch it burn in front of her. Look, maybe that's what she's doing. Just trying to light it.
That's normal Gizelle. That's normal Gizelle, though. So you don't mean that for real when you say somebody kiss the blackest part of my behind.
Yeah,
what is the blackest part of you? What is that? How do you even know where that is?
Who said that? What are we talking to something specific?
Candace says that all the time, but
kiss the blackest part of Candace says all the time to kiss the blackest part of her buttock?
Yes, all the time in her confessionals.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Real ghetto.
I've never noticed.
I just told somebody to go jump in my ass and drown yourself.
Tori.
What? See, I don't want nothing near my ass. So
me either. You know, that's one of my fears. I never want to get over.
Why? I don't want that. I don't say those kind of things. So the young girl said kiss the blackest part of my butt.
Because she's like, these young girls say
y'all ain't never said
these young girls is crazy.
She ain't never. Maybe she too young.
Just say
anything. Definitely
like they have no decorum.
Not Candace. She be so mean. Candace be's mean. It's funny that you say that because to me, I think Candace is a very nice girl. The only time she gets hard is when she's clapping back at somebody that came at her. Okay. In the crack, no different than what was that? Okay. Take that back.
No different than tell somebody to kiss the crack of your behind. Okay, see that's so the crack is the blackest part of your behind. Okay. So she wants my kid. Okay.
From my mama, and she's
Really?
61.
Your mama ain't never said that. Well, maybe not to me, I guess.
I mean, I've heard everything that she said before.
Okay, I will.
I've just never seen anybody that would say such a thing on national television. That's the issue. Like, maybe in a movie, but not like that's a part of your.
Oh, so I thought she was being smart saying that. So that she got that from her mama, probably.
Yes.
Okay. So okay.
Right, she don't start it. So when people say she's mean, well, you want her to come back nicely after somebody tried to come for her in a not so nice way?
Coming back nicely.
It's everything to do with it, Joy. Why do you always say that? That's why we're talking about it. Because if someone's coming at her, she's going to respond. That's coming back at them, right?
Okay, so it's reality TV. Okay. Anything goes. Now, if she said that on Oprah, then that would be different. That I guess so.
It's not. But it's not. How could you not think what you would necessarily say on Oprah is what you're putting on a heavily white, it ain't nobody probably behind them cameras, but two dudes that's black. Y'all know that.
You know it.
And so these are white people that's editing this stuff. What's your point with that, though?
If you still got to be black, though, Joy.
Tell her.
You still got to be black, though.
I mean, it's but she.
Oh yeah, Dorothy would have fought on me. Ain't no mama gonna sit and watch her daughter be on the table.
What happened?
You left Callie for a minute.
No, y'all froze. I don't know.
Oh, did we? It's really storming here, so if I freeze, it's because of that.
So the last thing I said, I don't know if y'all responded or not.
What was your question, Mama Cita?
I was asking Joy, what's her point with that?
Oh yeah, she answered.
What was the answer?
White people behind.
I guess I try to think that the Housewives comes from an upper echelon. Come on,
still today. Yeah. You try to think that even now.
I still think these are upper class problems.
Yeah,
these issues that they're having are upper class issues. They ain't trying to figure out how they're gonna pay their rent next month. They ain't getting evicted. They ain't what the kind of storylines we've seen on Love and Marriage Hip Hop. But you know, I do think that I do hold the Housewives at a higher level. So when I see this kind of stuff, it's just it doesn't seem like it fits, and I don't like when it goes in that direction. That's why I don't like it. Yeah, I just.
I do think that sometimes Candace says stuff, and I'd be like, "Oh my God!" But I think that's just who she is, and maybe she got to learn it from her mama. Because some of the stuff she say, I'm like, I don't think people say that normally. But maybe so. I like Candace though. I don't like when she do the black white stuff though. I don't like that. No, he don't have a weave. Y'all better not be talking about my baby.
Who?
Nobody. I think my hair was on him. They thought he had some weave. So they said the housewives do not come from an upper class. They throw tables, pull hair, same thing as other shows.
Right, and that's since season 1. I mean, come on, this is a show we found out Ashley's mom was down at the Motel 6. The only reason she was with Michael because he had money like Dad. I mean, they're not really from the upper echelon. Look at the wigs that Kieran used to wear. That ain't nothing upper echelon about that. Crooked.
Y'all are crazy today.
Wait a minute. Kieran's wig used to go like.
Y'all talk about Deborah Face.
No, I just got the right color wig. I mean, this is not an upper echelon group of people. A couple of them might be.
Potomac is though.
A couple of them, but let's be honest, that's not how the show started. Okay.
Well, I think that's what they were trying to present, though. That's what I guess that's the thing.
So they were trying to present.
If you listen to their arguments, they're not arguing about it's these aren't ghetto. Now that's why I didn't like Sheree dating that prison dude.
Now, do you remember Monique?
That's some love after lockup stuff.
But do you remember Monique chased the girl up, ran around the barnyard talking about coming to kill somebody that ain't ghetto?
Well, Monique brought that here. Yeah, Monique really brought that here.
Oh, child.
Monique brought
I don't know.
Because
y'all are crazy.
Go back and I've been rewatching Potomac over the break.
right. This is the. Come
We
on
know
now.
what
Some
we
of these
cannot
might
take
have
off
an upper
ever again
echelon
because we
thought,
are out of
but
order.
that ain't
We have been
necessarily
so
where they
bad.
from. Come on now.
Oh God. Okay.
You talk about Mia. Is she talking about Mia under bridges grinding on
No,
each
that's Ashley mama.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
other?
Threatening to kill, rapping about high tea.
Where is the upper echelon up in here? Because no.
Okay, that's not being skillful. That's not tactful. That's not having skills and being a wordsmith. I've been watching these old shows with Candace on there. Nope, nope, nope. Should be able to instantly say anything like this. Say your man want me or do another man. Blah blah blah. I guess they're saying anybody can talk about anybody's looks when they read. Candace normally goes after people's looks.
Yeah.
Is that a reader or no? Do y'all think so?
Candy goes after people's look. You mean when she
That's
said
true.
neck?
Yeah,
Neck.
that's true. I agree with what T and Honey is saying. That yeah, I am.
Well,
It's just certain things I do expect from Love and Hip Hop when I put on that I should not see, in my opinion. And you know, I watch Flavor of Love. I watch any trash TV.
Girl,
No, it's not that
old
there's
clip
anything
of
wrong with it,
Flavor of
but I
Love.
do
Oh my
hold Housewives above them. And when they come with some of this stuff, it bothers me. That's why I mentioned Sheree dating that dude in prison. That
Love
should
after
have
love.
never happened. I
Yes,
wouldn't have
that's
never
it.
told nobody
Oh
I was
no,
dating nobody in prison. That would
Ever.
nobody know that. on
y'all wouldn't
national
even know that he put money on his commissary, his book.
Right.
None of that,
You
okay.
never know.
well,
Well,
I will say that's one of the things I like most when reality TV started, because we was able to see on TV all these people with these so-called big lives was living in the
Yeah.
house just like yours and mine.
yeah.
And, you know, it might be more because they on the East Coast and we here in Missouri or something, but
Right.
they have not. Some of them are like Lisa Vanderpump, maybe, and then the girl that was married to the doctor who's over the LA basketball team, whatever. Some of them are rich, but for the most part, we've seen they've been in jail. Katie's husband was a drug dealer, or her fiance was a drug dealer.
Allegedly.
We got another one who will get her sentence in next month or next week on the 6th of January. These people have proven to me that you can do anything you want to be, because as we can see, they ain't no different than the rest
That's true.
of common people. But
she called Ashley a concubine. Yeah, she called her a bed wench.
And her husband, an overseer. I still can't get that. Was in a similar she called her a bed wench and an overseer in a
milkmaid, you filthy milkmaid.
Yes, like
Michael grabbing the help. Right.
The way
Yeah,
that
Michael
she
liked to grab the
talks
help,
to them has
But that was okay too. I mean,
a
not that it was okay, but I mean, we saw
very
that on camera. Where's the upper
tone
echelon
to
in
it.
it all?
That's true. You're right. They down.
Okay.
Not Demisio telling me we doing it now. I forgot to email him. Y'all sorry. Okay, what about this when Mia was doing the flashlight thing and Robin said was her coochie itching? Is that something that you ask people?
I mean, shoot, they had already told us that you sent it to the flashlight and you was looking for some tongs to open them up further. I mean, what's one more question?
Did they not have insurance? Like, do you not just? I don't understand.
I mean, there was another show. I think it was the Housewife show where another one had to go up in there and help bring something out. What show was that on? It was a housewife that they had to go up in there.
No, that's Ramona, but Ramona has issues. She can't help it. She don't mean
it was Ramona and Luann, I think. Anyway,
probably Ramona can't help it. She has
somebody else has definitely been up there.
She don't have too much anal sex and it just comes out. That's what I heard.
Oh, I remember.
Yes, we've seen
that was
somebody else pee-peed on the couch. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I still see that as a white girl issue.
Not Zeus Network,
because they didn't drink too much and they probably ain't eating. That's what I see that. I mean, what black girl you gonna see on national TV? Well, it did happen on Flavor of Love.
It's definitely no Flavor of Love because
was she black? Was she black?
She
the
was
girl
black
who on the floor,
but she was scared to go to the bathroom.
That was disgusting. But Katie said Gizelle did
pooped on the floor.
She said she pooped on the chair or something before her date.
No. It was just the opposite. Gizelle said Katie did. She did.
Well, I don't think,
it is. No, that was the reunion. That was in the reunion.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about too. From
Yeah.
the reunion, what she said is, she said, well, poop was somewhere in the conversation. That was Katie talking to Gizelle. And then Gizelle came back and said, do you want to talk about pee? Can we talk about pee? So you're saying I poo-poo, but then you pee on the couch? So they had that dialogue at the reunion.
Yeah, that was Katie. Katie was so drunk. They cut it out. They said Katie was so drunk, but she was exhibiting some mental illness that we just didn't pick up on. But if you go back and look at it, you see it.
Stop, Tank. My dog is doing this. Stop touching it.
Yeah, it definitely making it.
Let's talk about Peter's girlfriend having, I don't know what they did, but messing with Mia's husband at the bachelor party. And she sung at the wedding the next day. Who is this girl? Has anybody found her?
Wait a minute, but it almost has to be real, because that was the only thing that made me think that, because I kept saying this story can't be real. But if you think about it, it has to be, because that would mean, because Wendy already knows the story.
Yeah.
Wendy already knows the story because he told her. So it has to absolutely be true. This is like, this girl, this is the craziest crap I've ever heard on reality TV. Like, it's this all of this ain't made up. It's crazy as it sounds.
Does anybody know who this girlfriend is? Have y'all looked her up?
No, and the only girlfriend I've seen is the first one he dated after Cynthia.
So it's his ex, not his girlfriend he's with now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, and
Mia, Peter, and Gordon. I can't see.
And I wonder, was this before Cynthia or after Cynthia? That's all I kept thinking. How long have they been there?
Know.
It had to have been way before
Cynthia. Leave Ray's dried up penis alone, as Ashley calls it. I don't know.
As Karen calls it, right?
Well, that's what Ashley said.
Stop. Well, you know what? He's old. I mean, he's in his 70s, right? So I think it's supposed to be dry and wrinkled at that point.
It's not Nia Long. Nia Long would never. I don't think she can sing either. Mia said this girl sung at the wedding the next day.
She sure did say that, yeah. As she was walking down the aisle.
She was walking down the aisle after she done felt up her and her husband the night before. They got an understanding. Do y'all think Jacqueline and not Ray? Lord, I'm sorry, Ray. And Gordon and Mia have done anything together?
Yeah.
You think?
Well, I kind of would believe it, even though when they brought up the three-way today, Gordon made me think otherwise. But yeah, I thought it.
But Gordon she was so confused.
He backed away from it.
I don't think he even understood what was going on.
Yeah. So do y'all really
think I wonder, was that a callback scene? And then I was thinking, no, it couldn't have been, because they ain't really talking now. It almost felt like a callback scene, didn't it? It didn't seem like it fit in. It was so weird.
And wait a minute, so he look, Gordon ought to be out of order by now too. This is true. He might need better.
I think he out of order. How old is Gordon?
He's 60.
Oh, I don't know. Don't they have
for sure? But he's 23. He's like 68. She said
at some point. I have not slept with your husband.
Yeah, I don't know if that's next week or not, because I think that Camilla and Jacqueline are gonna fall out, and I'm like, how y'all?
And I hate that.
I hate that too.
I saw
they've been friends since high school.
Have y'all seen the clip?
Yeah,
I don't like that.
The clip that they have, it's Mia telling them what happened. So apparently, Mia, somebody is her nanny. Mia, somebody is
Jacqueline and something is Mia's nanny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gordon is 68.
Oh, okay. Oh God, she's that old. Okay.
Yeah.
Gordon looks better than Ray. Do y'all not think so? How old is Ray?
Gordon looks better than Ray. Not at all.
Yeah. See, Ray look old. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, but they both do.
You heard they back friends now. Well, maybe this is maybe off for a storyline. Hey,
yeah, it was weird. If they're back friends, then maybe that was a callback, because that scene was so odd. It didn't seem like it went with the flow with what was happening, and Gordon looked so confused.
He did.
But I did like when he corrected and said, "No, I love her."
Yeah,
it was like, "But you love her." She was like, "No, I love you."
It sounds like he was really putting it out there.
Mhm.
That they nothing extra going on. I will say
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was saying. Was I'm telling you, and it was like they were talking around stuff, and he was. It seemed like he had just learned they was taking showers together too.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not. He didn't even know.
yeah,
Do y'all
Mia
think-
talks a lot though. Mia
Is Ray
she-
still paying his taxes?
She
Still?
says a lot.
Do y'all think he's still paying IRS?
I don't know.
Hmm.
All right, so this thing claims that Karen's 59. We all know she's 65. And then Ray is
He's got to be 79.
Nope,
She says
Ray in his 80s.
Yeah, she says Ray is 20 years older than her.
is that what she says? Okay.
She always says that.
Wait a minute, guess what it says his net worth is?
What?
Ray Huger, net worth.
What?
45 million.
Oh, that's not right.
It might be right.
They're renting a
Then
house.
why they gotta rent a house?
His company. I mean, the rent is like $10,000 a month.
That's
It
the
ain't like-
point. It's not the dollar amount, it's the ownership.
Yeah. And
I know, but I'm just that's a lot of money you spend. I know what you're saying, but I think I go back to a couple of seasons ago. Ray was pretty clear that whole argument between her and Sharice.
So you're saying they're in the house because he wants to go to Florida, not because
Absolutely. And
they're
Sharice
renting
said,
a house. 45
Yes.
Let's just assume that was a true number.
go,
They're
Kelly.
renting that house when you worth 45 million, you giving somebody else your money just cuz?
I mean,
No,
you can buy
I
a house
don't
and
think
then sell it, Joy, or
I
rent
don't-
it out for income
I
property.
know what you're saying, but I do believe they kind of got stuck. I think that Karen was supposed to leave at the end of season 5, but the pandemic happened. They didn't want to move in a pandemic. So I think that's what happened. Karen had even tweeted like, okay, I think it's time for me to go or something like that. Like we had talked about it.
They say Martell is worth
Okay,
20
let me talk real
Go
quick, y'all,
ahead,
because I gotta go. What I wanted to say is, Ashley has been very bitter and very miserable this season, making up lies and being manipulative, even with her ugly friends. Also, Mia, I think she needs to go because everybody wants her. First, it was Eddie want her. Then it was Chris that want her. Now she turned around and saying that Gizelle and Karen don't want Gordon as a sugar daddy. Don't nobody want Gordon ass. Excuse me for my language.
Nobody.
But don't nobody want Gordon. So I
don't think they really mean that. I don't think she really means that when she says that.
Ray didn't invest in the
that's
perfume
her.
business.
She said- Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, she said she had to pay Ray bills. He ain't worth that, but go ahead, Tora.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder, like, is Gordon not putting it down for her since all these people want her? I'm trying to figure that out.
I think she just likes to talk a lot.
That's what I think. I don't think she really believes that. Like nobody.
It's just a lot of fun. I just think
I thought that was very double standard of her.
Certain questions.
To try to get mad at Karen for telling her business when Gizelle did the same thing at her event with Sharice, and then Ashley came over. Ashley knew what was going on. Then she told Ashley. So Mia just
they're creating their own drama. They're creating their own drama.
Yeah,
we ain't even heard this from the streets. Like they heard it from them directly,
right?
And my Chris just better be careful with all of them. He better not even stand next to him because next thing you know, somebody gonna be like, "Oh, he got me pregnant." Okay,
right.
So I'm just
he's seen what they
stay away from all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Do y'all think that Chris wants Candace to leave the show, or do you think they would leave over this? No,
I don't think he wants her to leave. No. Not
he
even
like that chick.
Financially a little bit more secure. It's happened to him too, even though he's not. Yeah, I mean, it's happened to him too, because if maybe his little where he works at, maybe it gets more business because they're on the show. I wouldn't.
It gives him exposure.
Well, he did tweet it out.
And one of the things I was going to say is Ashley, Candace mentioned at the first that's the reason why Chris been interacting with them, because he wants her friends to come up there on the W.
Yeah, I believe that.
Make it cool. They wanted to make it a cool place to hang out. So I can believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he
just don't think he
Chris likes the fame. I believe that too.
Yeah.
Huh?
But
And
I believe he does like
Have
the
a
fame, but
blessed
not
night.
when he's being
Bye.
You too,
accused
Tori.
of all this other
I
stuff.
don't think they can hear you, Tori. I can though. But go ahead. Go, Kelly.
Sorry, Tori. All right, I got 2%. I'm gonna have to change devices.
All right, let me see. I don't think I got much more. Hold on. Mia says she knows why Karen doesn't like Sharice. Do you think Mia will tell?
no, but and that's something else. You would be wondering why they picked Sharice this time. Sharice been filming with them for
I
years.
know.
I believe all this was supposed to happen. This girl been filming for years. They've been cutting her out so strategically. You don't even know
I
she
don't even
there
know
until
her
you
at
look
the
at the
table.
damn
Like
picture.
she'll be at the table and they
Now,
have to phone Sharice.
right. This season they bring her on. She ain't said nothing about Karen, but Karen is worried about getting away from her. And it's like, again, Karen is creating her own drama because nobody at this point would know that they didn't like each other because they're just all within a group. And you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Why would Karen not invite her to this so this could be a topic of conversation later? Of course, everybody gonna say, "Why didn't you invite Sharice?" And then they gonna say, "Sharice, what? How you feel about that?" It's gonna start an argument, and it's gonna blow up because Karen didn't invite her to this event.
So T says she knows why. Why do you think Karen doesn't like Sharice? Is it because the blue eye comment?
I don't
It's
think it's blue
because
eye,
Sharice is going around telling people what Karen was doing when she thought Ray wasn't looking.
but it must be something big because it's not, we know it's a cheating accusation, but it must be some validity to it because Karen did some damage control at the beginning of the season with those lives. She's
Oh
never
yeah,
done
she's
it
going
before.
live.
There's
Yeah.
a reason that she did that. She's trying to get ahead of what's going on. So it's something there.
Oh, there you go, Monique. All right. Karen low-key sided with Monique in the fight drama because Monique also had an issue with Sharice.
Yep.
Oh. So you think it's stemming
Yep.
from
You're
Monique?
correct. Yep. That's why I was saying it's something that has some kind of some meat to it that she knows. But it's not like Sharice was trying to create this drama because Sharice ain't mentioned it. Ain't nobody mentioned it to her. It ain't
No.
came up once. They didn't been on trips together. If there's an issue, don't nobody know. Like for real, we only know when she does something to let us know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's no body movement. There's no animosity when they're together. They talk to each other cordially. So
right.
if Karen is creating this drama, she let us know in the first event that she didn't want to be around
Sharice. She did.
Sharice. It's the same thing that Monique did in season 5, running from Sharice. Because I actually said, how many people gonna run for this girl? It's like crazy.
Sharice knows things, though.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
She said I was cracking up when I saw this. I saw in I don't know which reunion it was, Sharice told Karen, everybody know you was the drunk lady in the bar. Like there is a running joke that Karen is a straight up alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like did she call him drunk or she be drunk? Like I don't know if she's an alcoholic,
but she likes her liquor.
Think it's a joke though, or do you think she really has an issue?
No,
with
they all said she calls them drunk.
Yes, they've all, and Sharice said in an argument, and everybody knows you as the drunk lady at the bar,
right?
The stuff that it sound corny at the time, but it be some truth to it.
So I wonder, does Karen think that Sharice is trying to take her grand dame status? Which didn't Gizelle give Karen that name because she was always etiquette as a joke, and then Karen. But I think Monique gave them the Green Eyed Bandits name, and they ran with it.
I actually rewatched season 2. You know
who gave it to them? Who was it?
Ashley was giving variations of it. They were the Green-Eyed Sisters, the Green-Eyed Monsters, and then she said the Bandits. I said, well, now it was the same season, but it
was Ashley.
Monique said something else and called them Green-Eyed Monsters or something else. I said, oh, they're floating this amongst conversation
Trying to
because
figure, yeah.
it came out of nowhere in season 3. Because I was watching season 3 over the break, and I said, "Oh, I thought it was
I
Monique
thought it was
because Monique
Monique.
said it when they had the umbrella." But
Mhm.
Ashley had an argument with them and said, "I'm getting away from the little green-eyed sisters over there." And then she said something later, and it wasn't in confessional, is what I'm saying. So it was something that they were
Oh,
taping. So she said it first. Monique actually said it when Robin and her had the argument with the umbrella.
umbrella. Okay. Because I was like, who called them that? I mean, go with it, Karen. Go with it. Do I have anything else? Mia
But
Singh, we
she
talked
don't.
about
That's
that
why
with
she
you.
don't like drinking on camera.
I put I said Ashley will keep shit going. Are they trying to get her friends on the show? I think that they are. What
You
is
think they
it
really her
embarrassing
friend?
for moms to talk about their son's nuts on
I
TV?
ain't even know.
That was so
I knew
weird.
some things.
Huh?
What
Kelly?
was happening to what was going on with his nuts? That was so weird.
Yeah. Is it like a
They were
cup?
swollen, and it was probably because sometimes they probably got to move them down there. They'll sit in the spot that they not supposed to be, and they swell up. I don't know. I ain't got none, but I
I
know
was
I got none.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe his cup from like his sporting thing was too tight or something. Oh,
Yeah,
coming into
something about
manhood. See, I
his
got a daughter. I don't have a boy, so I don't know.
But I
So
knew
they
I had a
swell up. Okay.
girlfriend though whose child had to be recircumcised. Like something happened in his circumcision, and he was like
As a
9.
baby or years later?
He
At
was like
9, she
9.
said. Did he go to sleep? Did you ask? I would have asked. Was he asleep?
Oh my God.
I'm sure he went to sleep when they redid
Oh, she
it.
said. Hale said that they called the Green Eye Bandits when they came to fight at Oz. Is that when she called them the Green Eye
Oh,
Bandits?
okay. I remember that.
I don't
Yes,
remember.
it was. It was
Okay.
Ashley. Was she called them the Green Eyed Sisters then? But they were somewhere that she was walking down. I thought it was when Ashley was having some kind of birthday party. Remember, she threw for herself. It was like
Uh-huh.
season 2, whatever it was. She kept using variations of Green Eyed Sisters, Green Eyed Monsters, and then she said them bandits over there. And when Monique said it, I said, "Oh, they've been talking about that
They've
months."
been
And
because they
said,
were
"Mhm,
friends like for a
yeah,
long time. I will say this: when I make little notes on the sides, but Gizelle, if we going out, I want to go out with her because she will order me some food. And when they first got to Karen's Little Improv, she's I'm gonna order for the table. Like
table."
she
She
don't
sure
miss
did.
a meal. Okay, I don't understand.
That's
What
what
else?
somebody else was saying. Giselle want Chris. I said Chris can't do nothing but feed her.
Yeah,
That's all he can do
he
is
ain't got enough
feed
money
her.
for Giselle, and he not black enough. Now she like a dark skinned man too.
Yeah,
So
she do.
but I don't know. That's all I had, y'all. What Karen's little breast came out, but I didn't really find that interesting.
Girl,
Um,
she. Well, we gonna talk about this confessional look of Karen's.
let's talk
Like
about it.
she can never, ever, never talk about Giselle's hair and outfit. She looked like a wizard sitting in there with gloves
She
and
does. She looks
shoulders.
crazy. So
She
why do
looked
people
like
give
she out
Karen
of
so many
costume.
passes though? Like Karen can say stupid stuff. She can wear stupid stuff. She can be shady, and
I
everybody thinks
think
it's
it's because
cute.
she's elderly. I really think it's because you know how you meet somebody's like the cool grandma and she hip. She got the baddest body of them all.
Yeah, she
Hands
got
down.
nice
Her and
shapes.
Giselle got the nicest two
They got
shapes
some good shapes. Yeah,
of all them young girls.
yeah,
Them older sisters is killing it on this show.
yeah.
And Karen is kind of cool, and she got some girls around her that's trying to tell her stuff, but just like grandmas, it all comes out wrong. You will tell your grandma stuff, she'll say, "Turn on that Netflix. What's the name of it?"
I'm
And
on
that's
flex. I
what Karen
flew
is.
out. I flying out. You
Right.
know. Yeah.
That's what Karen is. Karen, and she even when her attempts of being funny and be corny, they just eat it up because she liked the cool grandma. And
She is a lot. She likes to lie.
Yeah,
And people
she's a
talk about
liar.
Mia so much. Karen lies more than all of them.
And then
But
I
nobody
wonder, is
says
she
that
not the
though.
oldest one on reality TV? Is
Probably.
anybody as old as Karen? Any
How
of
old
them
is
in
New
New
York
York
now?
older than 60?
Well, I think Sonya them are. And
Luann, yeah. I
Ramona.
mean,
Are they
yeah.
they in their 60s?
Oh God, yeah.
I would think.
Oh, they look good if they in their 60s. She's still
Well,
getting
they done had
drunk.
surgery, Joy.
What was her name? What's
I'm
Luann's
looking up
last name?
Sonya.
De La Sip.
Sonya
Okay,
is
yeah.
59. She's the same age as
Okay,
Karen.
Karen. Okay, you do the other lady.
Luann.
Yeah, do Luann. How old is she?
Bethany Frankel is only 53.
Yeah.
Ramona
Like,
Singer. How old is Ramona?
Luann is 57.
yeah, so Karen could literally be the oldest or close to the oldest
Yeah.
on this franchise.
Oh, she is the oldest on. Oh, you mean in all of the housewives?
Yes.
Well, no, she's not because Ramona Singer is 66.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is too.
Oh, she
66.
looks good.
Ramona
That's the
looks
one that
really
be getting
good.
drunk all the time.
Born in 1956.
No.
Mm-hmm. 66 years old.
Oh, Ramona looks really good then.
Yeah, she look good. That's the
She
one
had
that
a
be
good
peeing
surgeon.
outside.
That's
Who
the
is
one that don't. Yeah, she's kind of.
Yeah.
She
When did she
needs her
pooping
own
on
room.
herself? How old is Vicky? Look, somebody said Vicky. Oh
Jill
my God.
Zarin is 59.
Karen is probably the oldest black person
Yeah.
on a franchise.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand how they let her get away with looking like she look. Her wigs don't be all that great. Her outfits don't be that great in confessionals, but nobody ever talks about her. But they looked, I think because Gizelle is so pretty that they have to find something wrong with her. And so they just continue to talk about her clothes.
I just think that is so weird.
It's gotta be.
I mean, just think that you're so flawless that their comebacks for you is neck, and then you look at her neck like I would be so laser focused. So I would probably say it 50 times in the course of an episode. What's wrong with her neck? like what's wrong with it? Like ankles. I was like, she got ankles. She act like that girl got elephant legs. She got big legs. Like what black man don't want
It's a black woman with big legs.
Big legs. Like it's not like they're deformed or out of whatever. It's just so weird.
They're proportioned to her body. I think it's because Monique people started to like Karen when she started with Monique. Because I think you are right. People did used to talk about Karen. And then she kind of got cool. She got a new face. I always say this, Karen got a new face, became Two-Face. And that's when everybody started liking her, when she had all those surgeries and changed her the way she dressed and stuff. So, yeah, because most hate Giselle. Yeah, it's out of. So you think the people who don't like Giselle like Karen?
Yeah, because it's like Karen in previous years, in the last few years, Karen has brought really nothing. Like she was gonna ride this whole "I'ma stay neutral." She thought she was gonna ride that in between Mia and Wendy. If y'all pay attention, she was gonna ride that. I'm gonna be neutral. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be neutral. It was a thought. Yeah, I'm gonna be neutral. How you gonna be neutral?
She's neutral on everything.
That's your friend sitting next to you.
But she's always Switzerland. Even when she didn't like, which I don't think she likes Wendy now. I don't think any of them really like Wendy but Candace.
I don't think they really like her either.
Yeah, I don't. And I don't want to talk about Wendy. I'm not going to talk about too bad. But have y'all seen the pictures of her on the beach with her family?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Go look at her face and then theirs. And look at how she has like this yellow like makeup on. Mm-hmm. Do y'all think she's trying to be lighter?
I mean, no. So I don't think she is trying to be lighter. I think she is trying to look as good as she can in her pictures. And if it means putting on a certain color of I don't wear the stuff that you wipe on the toner or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which color?
Yeah, I don't wear makeup.
I think she's wearing lighter makeup maybe just so that it'll look better in pictures. She's had many pictures taken. But no, I don't think Wendy wants to be lighter. I
don't know, because I know that's what I'm thinking. They do bleach a lot. I don't
Yeah,
think
they
she's
do.
bleaching, but I think she's using like yellow. Is it undertone makeup? I don't know what it's called.
Yes,
It's
That
either
undertone is
yellow
the word
or
I was
orange.
thinking of.
It's very
she
yellowish or
she
orange.
looks because it looks pasty at times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
But you
somebody said
know,
it's
I thought
fillers.
there's one thing I
Okay.
thought about Tisha. Her face was a different color than her chest.
Was it?
Yeah, her chest was orange, her face was brown.
Yeah,
And so I just think it's the coloring and the lighting.
yeah.
I
Okay,
don't
on
think
dark.
anyone's
Okay.
trying specifically to be lighter. I used to that's the one thing that used to drive me crazy when people would say that about Monique Samuels. You know that girl don't want to be. She wants to be exactly who she is. So
People used to say, "What about Monique?"
that she was bleaching.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Monique Samuels, we posted about it.
That
It's
was
still on
like
TikTok.
later, yeah. Like after she had left and she was posting pictures, people were saying Monique actually looked better over time. Because when I was watching her in the
Yeah, I
first
agree.
couple seasons, she looked hard and almost masculine. And if you would look at her face, you would think she was really toned. She was real skinny. She's gained a little weight and it looks really, really good
Looks
on her.
good on her. And then another thing
And
is
like,
like
'cause
in
her
the
face,
winter.
Monique visually is very pretty.
Oh, she's stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She's the
she
same
really,
color.
the natural
Plus
hair
the
looks really
lighting.
pretty. But she
Okay.
didn't always look like that. In season 2 and 3,
Yeah.
she looked skinny and stressed out and weird. And
Yeah, that was
Okay.
back then when they used to say that what's her name? Gizelle was the worst dress. I always thought it was Monique.
I don't think any of them dressed that great. Like none of them.
This is true.
So I don't understand. I mean, like when they were on because I'm in a lot of the Instagram things, and when they go see the shaman in that clip, Gizelle has on some white jeans and a black and white top, and everybody's like, "Why don't she get a stylist?" And I'm like, "She has on jeans and a shirt." Candace had on like a little bitty shorts and a little top. Like nobody was dressed up. Nobody. I don't know. It's like they just want to pick on her for that, no matter what. Now some outfits she do, they be crazy, but that's all of them. None of them dressed just that great.
Yeah.
Who's trying to be Gizelle's friend? Wendy? Gizelle don't even speak to Wendy. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to watch.
yeah, she does, and Gizelle needs to come out of that too. That's my girl. She got to
Is
come
not
out of that.
speaking to that lady.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, I don't know if y'all noticed, they have not changed one word to one another all season.
She
And
will
I
not.
know that it goes on all season because I don't think they do.
Giselle said it in an interview. She said, "I'm not speaking to her."
Yeah. So we know it goes on all season.
Hey,
But
Sandy, we got get off now, y'all.
But what? Okay, so
Monique. Yeah, she was. She wanted to be Giselle's friend.
yeah, she did
oh,
badly.
Monique definitely did.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
Okay,
I
so but
think
what is this? What is this with Gizelle and Wendy? Like, what started this?
when
I don't
she
even remember.
when she stood over there and talked about her husband and her ex-husband,
And
and
she
I don't
said, "I
even
will
think
beat
that
you
was
up."
the issue.
Last
It was
season.
things
Okay.
like, and this is why your children don't even want to be involved with him.
Yeah, she said,
She
"And
took
you
it
get
too
what
far.
God gave for you."
Yes,
You know,
and
that
this
kind of
is
Enough
stuff.
said
I'm
right there.
paying you back for everything that you did. Like those were
You
the
don't say that
places that she
shit.
went. I don't think she would have
Yeah.
cared
I don't
so
even
much
think
about
Candace would have
Jamal.
said that, and Candace say some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
Wendy, and then she took it when
I get
Robin
it.
was asking too many questions. She turns to Robin and say, "You don't even have a relationship to care about." Now this
Yeah.
is the same woman that was screaming and hollering when the guy proposed to you, and it kind of reminds me of it.
Only knew her 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Happy jumping
No.
higher than anybody else.
Or how are you? When you really want to know what a person think about you, get them mad.
Yes.
Because that's been festering because it came back too easy. And they said that went on for a long time, that Wendy was leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back. Like it went on for a long time. That's how Wendy really felt about them.
Gizelle said on Bravo chat room, she said, when Karen was on there, she said, "I don't think Wendy ever liked me." She said, "I don't think Wendy was ever my friend."
Yeah.
And Karen said, "Well, I don't know." But yeah, because I don't think you would say, especially the God thing. You just don't.
Yeah, she
Say
she
That was
that.
she she,
that
she
was
took
hard.
things too far, and that's why I was saying this could have been over with had she sat down with Gizelle, asked to meet with her. But Wendy, this is why I say she's immature and she has emotional intelligence. She's not as emotionally mature as I would have thought she would have been. How mature would it have been for her to sit down with Gizelle and really she could have made it a human story that was hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was some bull crap. You know what it's like to be within a scandal. She could have made a human story out of it.
Yeah.
Gizelle could apologize. She could apologize. That even if you thought that this was related to, I mean, because if you think about it, even if Gizelle, let's say that that's a legitimate cause of why Gizelle mentioned those rumors was about, I mean, how she was relating it to the surgery. If you really believe that, then come check on your friend. Like that's
Yeah.
deep.
If that's what
Don't
you feel,
kiki
yeah.
about it. If that's what you feel, don't kiki about it. Like maybe it was subconsciously related. Maybe it
It could
was. Do you
have
think
been.
it could have
I
been?
mean,
Why should not check on your friend?
okay, I want to say something. I don't see. I like. Did y'all notice when she had her hair back in her ponytail, she had the spray on things
Yeah, I
again?
told you. Yeah, and she be using the gel,
It's
the
some kind of
edge
gel.
that's
It's like
tinted.
the
That's
And
she
she
tinted.
almost
went
had the
way
Jermaine
back to the
Jackson
Jermaine
sideburns
Jackson
again.
edges.
Yeah.
She had. Thank you, Callie. I said that she had the Jermaine
Shoe
Jackson edges
polish.
again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She did.
Maybe Marlo could hook her up with
It's
that
so crazy.
doctor.
When I saw that, I actually said, "There go Jermaine Jackson
You
again."
did, yeah. I when
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't blame
Anyway.
Giselle. She has for conversations from with Wendy. And it wouldn't happen. Then when the season started, she was like, "Hey," and she did.
Oh,
Don't
then
touch
there
me.
it is. That's what I'm saying. Like this should not have lasted like this. It
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
kids
just
too. Yeah, she shouldn't have said that about her kid. I
yeah,
agree.
that's why I was saying there were elements of what she said. I understand why Giselle is holding her ground.
But Cindy, why
Wendy,
would she be jealous of her degrees? They on the same show.
this ain't
Wendy ain't no
about
better.
the
They're in
degrees.
the same damn
This ain't about
social
degrees.
setting.
When they were having that exchange, this didn't have nothing to do with no
Hi,
degree.
Sandy. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with degrees. We all got degrees.
Right.
Giselle got degrees.
All of them. I don't think all of them have
None of
degrees. I
y'all.
think even Ashley, little Miss Ashley got a degree.
I mean, yeah.
So
So I don't
But
think
Karen,
that's
I know Karen don't, and
because
I
she got
don't,
19 degrees.
and I
But does
don't
she
know
use
if
them?
Mia does.
Mia may not. Mia
But
got
I
a
know
gold digger
Karen
degree.
does because I
Karen,
remember an argument that they had, and
Hmm.
somebody said Karen. Everybody, it was Robin. She said Robin was the ditziest person in this room or at this table, and Robin's comeback was everybody at this table is educated but you.
And then Wendy tried to say that too about her not having no degrees, and she told Wendy, "Well, experience is the something that a degree can never give you." I'm like, whatever, Karen. But yeah, well, at least they no longer show Wendy the extremely stank face mug at Giselle's daughter. Yeah, I don't think Giselle still hadn't really brought her daughters around any of them that much this season.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's why I do think though that they need to either bring Wendy back in because I like Wendy on the show. I think, and I will agree, Joy, she is kind of being a little truer. That is some of the scenes have been staged. Like her 6th scene was
Yes,
staged out.
some of them are. She's doing better this year than she did
Yeah,
before.
but I feel like the one she had with Happy Eddie, I feel like that was genuine, possibly.
Yeah, and it was a good scene. Like,
Yeah,
that's why I was saying these issues that they're charging him with is a non-issue. Like, who cares? My husband would smile at you, girl. I say,
yeah.
girl, you don't get out my face. Are you paying for dinner? That would have been my thing. Are you paying for dinner?
I'm glad she handled it that way.
Yeah,
I
it's
did too.
stupid. It's stupid though. Like, what you
And it's
supposed
not
to
a
go
lie because
home and cuss
Eddie
your
is
husband out
always
'cause he's
smiling. Yeah,
He does
Eddie
smile a lot.
always
I didn't
smiling,
notice
showing
it
them little
though.
Idris teeth.
I didn't
That's
notice
just who
until
he
they
is.
showed little clips. Yeah.
These are non-issues that they're pressing. That's why I'm
Mhm.
wondering how real is this. I was like, and that's good. That's why I hate when people mention like sexual assault. I'm like, how do y'all reach that? And Me Too. I was like, how is this even me? This about
The
sexual
joy.
violence. Like, how does this meet the Me Too
But the sexual
threshold?
assault was not Giselle, it was Deborah. And they
Same.
cleared that up though. But
But people keep saying, well, Gizelle lied and said
it wasn't Gizelle though.
Ash.
I need to find that exchange between me and Chris because he talked to me. I think I was in Chatter Up, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said it wasn't about that. It was when they said that I touched Deborah. And I said, nobody even thought of that.
He said something about Deborah.
And they cleared that up.
It was Jasmine. I mean, it was Gizelle who went in the Sprinter and told Robin initially. They touching folks' butts and stuff. Because remember, Robin had left. So when she got in the Sprinter, she was telling, like, girl, they in there clowning. But everybody else thought they heard it too.
They did. Ashley had to clarify.
Karen said she thought it. Mia thought she heard it. And even Wendy said, I did hear somebody say that. So
they all heard
was some confusion.
Mm-hmm. And so they cleared it up on the show. And I told him, I was like, Chris, you do not want that by your name. Nobody else is thinking sexual assault but you. Stop saying it. You know what I mean?
It's not sexual assault. Like, I'm like, that's crazy. And Candace talking about that people don't want to come up. This is why people are afraid to come up with sexual assault. I'm like, you insane.
Like, no, she's not being insane. It's very
that
doesn't take a lot to make some people not bring that stuff to the forefront.
Why?
Okay, explain it forefront, but not by my husband's name.
Right.
What'd you say?
Like, if that was my husband, like as his wife, bring some stuff to the forefront. But I don't want it associated with my husband's name. Sexual assault, they're thinking Chris. That's what Me Too. They still thinking Chris.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't think anybody thought sexual assault. Okay. Did you think sexual assault, Callie? When did you think that? I didn't think sexual assault. Maybe I don't know.
It never crossed my mind.
I would never in my mind think that Chris sexually assaulted.
To me, this is
I would never think he did it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a bunch of
the wife standpoint
with nothing.
I don't know. I just wish they quit saying that about his name. So
and this is what I'm saying. Nobody accusing him of anything because Gizelle still ain't. She uncomfortable. They ain't got nothing.
Okay, we can't have this no more.
I know, right?
Because it's still got to be a little bit of respect for what the wife feels. I know that, not many people like Candace, but if she has her reasons for feeling
so okay.
That have gone on that have even been publicized. It's not always just little simple stuff that people report. It's big, it's all kind of different types of issues. But if that's how the wife felt,
then we just need to let it go and let her have her feelings. Is that what you're saying?
She'll get over it. I mean,
I get you.
Maybe she'll get over it. She just wants to make sure that nobody's trying to hurt her.
And I feel like Candace wants everybody to be together because she even said to Karen, I feel like even though we're all arguing, I want us to be together. It doesn't seem right that we're not together.
We noticed it. Noticed it.
She's still. Man. That's why I don't know how real this is. I don't know. And then in Mexico, I don't think her and Gizelle are going to be arguing. They don't seem like it.
But I do understand why Gizelle is not here for Wendy. I really do.
Yeah, when she did, Wendy shouldn't have said all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we done? I don't have nothing else, people.
I would love to see the unedited version of that.
Of what?
Of that argument.
Which? Oh God. Yeah, Gizelle just sit there and ate and drunk her drink, and because there was no arguing with Wendy though. But I think they all know that Wendy's the type of person you can't argue with because she's going to keep going. And so Mia did play into it, but I feel like Wendy and Candace have really toned themselves down this season, and I kind of like it a little bit.
I think they made a pact. Baby's gonna make everybody else look a donkey because hold it together, ain't she?
Yeah, they holding it together.
She holding it together. Wendy lost it. Wendy lost it.
I'm proud of her, especially with Deborah.
Oh, I meant to say when y'all was talking about you don't think they like Wendy. I don't think they really like Wendy or Mia because when they were arguing, you kind of got the sense that there was no Sharice there. Like even when Sharice thought maybe Robin would get out of control, somebody would step in and say, girl, you don't want to do this.
Yeah, that's true.
If nobody stepped in at any point. They let that entire thing play out without so much of of come on, y'all, just stop.
Yeah,
Like
nobody did.
they
Karen didn't.
literally sat there and watched that whole thing.
That's true. Well, Robin did say y'all need to stop. Let's quit, kind of thing. She
As
said
she
it
was
wasn't shown.
filming. As she
Yeah,
was
as she
filming.
was filming. So I don't know, but I don't think any of them like Wendy. Not even Karen or Ashley.
Well, Karen
Kat,
has. She came out with her feelings. See, the first season that Wendy was on there, she didn't want to be around her.
my things are off. Okay.
It's so fake.
Do we have anything else while she recorded?
I will say this. The scene that they shot of Chris talking, he is surrounded around all of them. Now, arguably, he was sitting there for a while, so they went around him. But
Okay.
I don't think he did anything inappropriate. I don't think he's that stupid to do anything like that on
we
film.
said this, y'all. Charlotte said what we have been saying, so this must be true, and a lot of people are saying it. Wendy's highly educated with a beautiful family, but we still don't know who she is.
Yeah,
she doesn't know who she is. That is so true.
It's so true.
People, and I think that's why people don't really get a sense of who she is, so they can't feel for her. Now, with some people with the colorism people kind of feel for her a little bit. But other than that, nobody else really rocks for Wendy. Even like when she posts stuff, they just don't. And I feel like if she just shows herself, I think I would love Wendy. I liked first season Wendy. I felt like she was
I thought she was put in there to replace Karen, to be honest.
Yes. And then
I really did think Wendy was put in here to replace Karen, not necessarily to be this grandon diva, but to be the voice of reason. Because Wendy, you would think, is a voice of reason with a little spice. You know what I'm saying?
But I thought that her first season.
Yeah, first season. Yeah. But after that, she just lost her mind.
Well, if you think about it, that's Gizelle's argument that she didn't bring substance.
Yeah.
I mean,
and she's very dismissive. I mean, she dismissed
Mia
so much at that last reunion, and
shut up.
In other scenes,
tells her to her face.
That is, yes.
Oh yeah, be quiet. Quit talking.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody talk to you. Shut up. Yeah, I don't like that, but oh well. She's cool.
She all right. Her and Candace are friends. Would y'all want a scholar to come back, whatever her name is?
No, that girl had personality of lint. Yeah. But I will say that the peaks that they cut, that they end up showing, it was cute. There was a piece where they went to her house, her and what's her name?
Candace, them they had when they ate with them.
Yeah.
She had to be boring though. They showed none of her scenes. Or her husband. Somebody wasn't giving it.
Yeah, I think it was her husband. But she's not really that interesting anyway, but she was a pretty girl.
And she dressed really cute. But anyway, okay, yeah.
Sharice Jackson is 57.
Is she?
Oh, is she?
I'm about to post all this since we were talking about it.
And Karen is 65. Okay. Yeah, it was a great show. I'm happy.
But I want y'all to think about this. They meeting Robin and Gizelle, meeting with Mia. They really trying to stir up for this show. I think all of this was a sit down plan. Like, since when? and we gonna meet at this little yogurt bar to gossip about your vagina. Like, seriously, this seems so contrived, and they're usually not this sloppy. I
agree. And I did like when all the OGs took that picture. I was like, where did Gizelle get that picture from? But then I realized it was when they went and they talked.
You like that too. I saw it on other pages as well.
I do like that, the OGs. Yeah. They are really good, and they gave us those.
Yeah, they did good. But I hate that they cut out, because I really wanted to hear Wendy and Ashley's conversation, but they didn't even show it. Like, they cut that out. So it must not have been good. They did a flashback to it when Ashley told Wendy about she was smiling. Like, they did a flashback to.
Why wouldn't they make that exactly?
Right. Like, that's why I don't feel like they're showing Wendy a lot. It's just me though.
It'll be interesting to see how Ashley crawls right out of that issue on the reunion. Because I mean, they could rip her for some of this.
Well, she's
This
gonna
is
say
so
that production
Eddie.
just didn't
But
show.
she'll walk right out of it comfortably. Watch.
She will. Ashley don't care.
well, that's because Ashley has the, what do you want to call it? The Beverly Hills approach. If you apologize profusely, the other person look like a fool. So Ashley won't let you be mad by yourself, because Ashley
that's
really
true.
does
Okay.
let Candace be real mad by herself.
Candace.
I can see that. That's
Because even when
So
Candace saying she was having a baby, Ashley was like, "Let me help you. Here's some beads." Even though Candace, kind of messed with her when Ashley was pregnant.
yeah,
Ashley was very nice to Candace when she found out Candace was trying to be pregnant. Like, she don't
well,
hold no grudges.
yeah, like Ashley was listening though. Now that if you go back and rewatch when they went to that dancing TikTok thing that Ashley put on, Ashley heard Candace going off about Michael. At some point, somebody actually says, "Who is that back there?" And they said, "Candace." And somebody said she's talking to George. Whoever it was a fourth wall person. They were listening to, so that tells me that Ashley heard her going off on Michael. I really do wonder, was this in retaliation?
Yeah, I feel like Ashley, she, one big thing for her is to get back at Candace by any means necessary.
I kind of, I mean, this was so vindictive. This was like, it was so vindictive, but it's not even an issue. She brought a girl. This is some Kenya stuff. She brought a whole girl.
Not a whole person.
All here is that I'm finna read it to you verbatim. Who told me what Gizelle was saying in that scene?
Okay,
right here. I'm finna read it. And I'm finna read you verb. Okay, she says. Okay. Let me sit up here.
George trying to figure it out. Move, Tinkin, baby.
What does it say, Joy?
Okay, here she is.
It ain't came on yet.
Here it is, right here. You want me to? Y'all want to listen to it yourself, or me interpret it?
Interpret it, girl.
Okay, wait a minute.
Are you turn it up? Go ahead.
Here,
Ashley has brought the girl, like I said, every husband wants to be with her. As her plus one. But I'm not really mad at this because Candace listens to nothing.
You said she didn't say.
She didn't. Okay. She did not say, "I'm glad she's here."
That's it. She said, "I'm not really mad at this." What does that mean? Because that means I'm glad she's here.
That is not. You can't miss it. She ain't really mad at
that. So what does that mean?
She's gonna sit back and watch the drama.
She just likes the drama.
She likes the drama.
So this ain't like she was like, I'm glad it's happening
to humiliate her because she did X, Y, and Z. She's watching this unfold like we are.
It's happening.
I don't think that means I'm glad though.
That
could be like they went to the store and got some candy.
Exactly, I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm glad about it because I want to sit and watch the drama. That's what it's.
So Callie done said it means
I mean, I think it's the latter part. Yeah, I'm finna sit back and watch this drama.
Which means I'm glad it's here because now I get to watch the drama.
She literally says at the end, "This is gonna be good." That's because she's looking for it from a dramatic standpoint, not from trying to hurt somebody. Like what Ashley's doing, she's trying to hurt this girl, like purposely. Gizelle just is interested to see how this gonna play out. Like she a spectator, like she really talks like a spectator
because she said Candace doesn't listen to anything.
Because I think she tried to warn her about that this was coming. I think we're gonna hear about this. I bet you. When Candace has said about 15 times she planning this, it's contrived, this Satan. I'm telling you, there was a conversation at the beginning of the season. We gonna hear about it. I don't know when, but something was said to her. Y'all want to put something on it? Not in the bed.
It makes sense to me, so I ain't betting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there was something. Gizelle is a witch. You could call her whatever you want, but she forewarned her that this was coming. And I think she wanted Candace to get ahead of it. But she reacted so crazy with Chris. Because that shouldn't have never made it past episode 3.
Yeah, so she
Well,
should have ever brought it
do
up.
y'all think that Deborah would be invited to the show now because of this?
No.
But I
No.
think they get paid for a couple the episodes that they in. So, because essentially they're friends because Mia's friend got a confessional look.
Confessional, yeah.
So we know that they're paid. Like Marlo didn't have a confessional look to a long time in.
So I wonder if Deborah's
But
getting, well, shit,
huh?
if she getting paid, she gonna keep this up.
Right. I mean, she
I
can
mean-
Marlo her way through. I'm serious. She can Marlo her way through this for a while.
Yeah, I would. Would y'all do it?
I mean, that's what Sharice doing right now.
But would you say somebody flirted with you and all that just to be on the show?
She actually hasn't said that. I keep telling you all.
No, I'm
That's-
just saying.
But she actually hasn't accused him of anything. This is what she's accused him of. I want you to literally think of it.
Oh God.
And leaning in. He ain't
I'm
said
listening.
nothing to her. He ain't did nothing to her. Like,
Not Gizelle, Deborah.
It's a non-issue. They're accusing them of a non-issue.
Joy, it's not a non-issue. We've been talking about it since the first episode.
What is he accused of? Because
I'm uncomfortable in some uncomfortable kind of way. Is that
I ain't talking about Gizelle. I'm talking about
Deborah. What did Deborah say?
Because
Deborah
even
just said he
Gizelle's is a non.
Deborah just said he was flirting.
But I'm
Okay.
like, what
Right,
did he?
and
What was his flirting? He
I don't remember all
leaned
that.
in. He leaned in.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
Yeah,
what-
her. She's a character. I don't take her seriously. I don't remember that. I'm just answering your question now.
I mean, that's it. That he leaned in, and she said he asked her a question about something. She says, "Oh, I know a lot of Christmas. Oh, my husband's name is Chris." That happened, but she negated to. He didn't speak to her initially. She said, "Oh, I like your pink." She just forgot that part. She started the whole conversation. So Chris is just being, he just was answering. I asked you, "Hi, my name is Chris." He did, and that could have even been cut. But I'm just like, "Hi, my name is Chris." "Oh, my husband's name is Chris." She didn't even give him her name.
So y'all saying that I think Deborah exaggerated. We didn't see the whole exchange though. Sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire, but she should drop it.
It's stupid. Because it's stupid. Like, these are non-issues that they're making a huge issue of. What is Gizelle accusing him of? Of making him uncomfortable. Did he say something? Nope. Did he do something? Nope. It's a non-issue then.
So why bring it up? It's not a non-issue when she brings it up.
I think she brought it up
bring it up to
because
nobody before the cameras were there.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you what Joy's saying. Joy's saying that
I know what Joy is
that
saying.
she brought
I
it
know what
up
she's saying.
because she knew that it was gonna come out that these other girls were going to say he was doing stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, that's fine. But so why did you wait till the?
Because I don't think she
happened?
heard about it until the cameras were rolling.
Okay, yeah. So let me go ahead and put my 2 cents in there. Not that anything happened, but just to spice it up a bit.
Well, you know that's Gizelle though.
That is not Gizelle.
It is, though. She thinks she a producer. Like, she literally tries to produce scenes. But I think those are like opportunist situations. But I wonder if Ashley's was purpose.
Oh, Ashley's was on her.
I do wonder. So that means that she came on this show to start some crap.
Who, Ashley or Deborah?
Ashley brought Deborah on to start some crap.
Ashley got some years to make up for
Now,
because of
this
all the
is
times everybody
Candy's
had proof about her husband.
This is Candy's kind of, Candy used to do this all the time.
Really?
Candy, yes. Don Juan just so happened to be there, and this happened. Carmen happened to be there, and this is on filming day. She just so happened to show up to tell a story she heard. That becomes a storyline. She had her friend when Demetria McKinley was on there, a friend we ain't seen since. and before to come on there to say that she dated Wild Your Bob during the same time Demetria did.
Oh,
Like um uh, Candy used to do this all the time. It had been her MO. That's why I was surprised that they keep her around as long as they do, because she herself is not drama. Her family and friends around her always bought the drama. She was not going to be the bad person.
oh, that makes sense to me. Okay, y'all, we gotta get off here. It's late.
Yeah, we've been all right.
All right, I had a good time with y'all.
All
I'm
right,
going
me
night-night.
too.
All right, y'all want to
Yeah,
peace now?
Peace
But
out.
it looks
I
like,
guess we're not gonna do our end of the year show because it's the beginning of the year.
but the next couple of episodes look like they're really gonna be good though. I'm
I think,
excited.
yeah, I think. When does Jersey start? What is? Is
It's
anything
in
else
March.
starting?
It's in March, I think.
So nothing else we can talk about besides Potomac and
It's just gonna be Potomac
Huntsville.
because Huntsville finna go off in 2 weeks.
I know.
You know, Huntsville gonna keep the drama going on social media.
But maybe what's the name is filming.
Who?
When
When does Ultimate Girls Trip come? I don't watch Miami.
know. They didn't even have a date. I was tripping off that at BravoCon. Like, why wouldn't they have a date if they drop in the what's the name?
The trailer.
Yeah, the trailer. Why wouldn't they drop a date?
Went Married to Medicine? I don't think it's coming back anytime soon. I don't
Are
even know
they
if they're filming.
filming? Yeah,
No.
I haven't known them to.
They're not filming because Quad just went somewhere with Yandy. I heard Miami was really good. We could try it.
Okay.
I feel like we don't have no shows, y'all. We got to figure out something. I haven't watched Miami in years. I used to watch Miami when Leah Black was on there. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
I was trying to find something to watch because I only watched that one season of New York. If I started New York from the beginning and see if I liked it, but I think I hate to really like them and they bringing on new people. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't do New York.
I just rewatched Potomac.
I'm Miami, and Kenya has that new show she's on where she's like a army person.
Kenya?
Have you seen that? And she's doing all these things that they do in the military.
Is she acting?
No, it's like for real, like a reality TV show.
I never
heard the white. It's a few people, but yeah.
Is it Bravo related?
Well, what is The Riches? I heard that was really good. Is it
I watched that. It was actually really good. I watched it at Thanksgiving time. It's on Prime. It's about these Africans, but it's like uber rich that live in London. But what's really cool is that 2 of them lived in America. So there is a stretch. There is and I like it too. It's really about an African who had his first wife was African who ended up moving to America with 2 of his children.
Is it reality TV?
No, it's like a drama. It's really, really good. And it's like Black people elegant. They talk now. They do a good job of talking about colorism. I'm so irritated about having colorism conversations with these heavily edited shows that white people are probably editing. I just think it's a horrible conversation to have on this platform because it
confuses the white people.
Yes.
They're like, I don't see it. I it's the people who watching it that are making it this. But anyway,
and we're making an assessment based off something that may not even happen the way that we're watching it.
Yeah.
Like I really do believe when Candace was confused about what she said about Karen, I bet you if we could corner her, I guarantee you she didn't tell her that it's gossip. She was repeating what somebody said, or this was about Sharice, or what Sharice was telling her, because that's what I heard it was. Because that's why she was so confused. She's like, I said that? Like it wasn't like she was saying, no, I didn't. Or like she lied. I don't think she said. She said ended at it when she was on Watch What's Happening Live. She said something when somebody said, well, why did you lie? She said, I didn't. It wasn't that I lied. I don't remember it happening the way it was presented or something. She said,
Sure,
I don't remember it the way it was presented or something. So
But
something was off there.
I don't watch Power or BMF, so
I watch BMF. I watch Power.
well,
Well, you can watch Power
I
too.
don't watch none of this stuff.
Well, that's my Saturday night stuff if I'm home. And I don't watch it live. Like that's
Oh, okay.
because I want to watch 1 or 2 episodes at a time. But I like BMF. BMF is cool because I know eventually they have a St. Louis element to it in real life, and that dude is in jail, and
Oh,
his
it's a real
son is
story?
yeah, the guy who's playing it is playing Big Meech. His son is playing him in real
They
life.
call me Bitch Meech.
Yes. Well,
Gary
you know he
Hoover.
was sued over
Oh,
that.
I thought
Yeah,
that was fake. Okay, it's a
yeah.
real person.
Well, yeah, it was him, but he took
Oh,
it. Yeah, he was talking about him. He was like
oh,
that big of a drug dealer.
he got a
And
song.
we'll really get to see the element this season of how, because we already know people who grew up in that era. I already know how they gonna sell their drugs. We already knew that.
How they gonna sell them?
They one day
Look at
they
me.
noticed that when people see hearses, they turn their back. So one of them had some kind of medical issue and the hospital messed him up. So they sued the hospital and they got a large amount of money and they opened up a limousine business. And eventually they're gonna start doing hearses. They were
Shut
removing
up.
they were moving drugs and hearses because who gonna first of all think something is in there if you see a casket in there.
Right.
And most people don't even look, they turn their head. When you see a hearse, back in the day, we would be quiet. I know these little young cats don't do that kind of stuff, but you do. You like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
hearse. Yeah,
I did not know that was real life.
yeah. So
Is it really
I
good?
don't
Should I
I don't
start
know how
watching it?
it's gonna play out on the show, but that's how they move their drugs in real life.
I might have to start. So is it good enough for me to start watching?
First, you can watch first season. It's on Stars. Now, did you watch
Okay.
Power?
I did, but I hadn't watched all the spinoffs.
Well, I didn't like all of them. I didn't like the one about um the white guy at all. It
Tommy.
was so weird. Tommy, it was so
I love
weird.
Tommy.
And I don't like the one about Kane.
Is that 50 Cent?
Yeah, 50
Okay.
Cent. I don't like that one. But people do really like that one because it kind of bridges the gaps because it's a prequel. We would eventually see some of those people on Power already. So we know who living and who not because they bring them
Okay.
all up eventually.
And
And they're
BMF
just
is on what? Stars?
it's on Stars. But
Okay.
both of them are.
It's not
Both,
one of them on Hulu? No, none of them. Okay.
both they're
So is
both
it called BMF or is it stand for something?
Black Mafia family.
So
But
do I?
it is BMF.
Okay. I'm gonna watch.
Black Mafia. That was the name of their little crew.
Okay, I'm about to watch it.
Y'all ain't I can't. They are like icons. It's like Big Beach, Larry.
Larry Hoover. I just know the
Like
song.
people are like were obsessed
Um,
with that, and they had music
they
like
were rappers.
no, well some of them tried to be, but
Okay.
they were like producers. They like produced music. They put some folks on.
I swear Joy is more ghetto than I thought, but okay.
I mean, that was like 90s culture. Though. I grew up in the 90s. That was like 90s. And they had a St. Louis connection. They were big here.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm about to turn it on now. And
They
go
were
to sleep.
big. They were
Is it gonna
big
make me
here.
scared? Because I've been watching Criminal Minds and I need to get that out of my head.
Yeah, it's a lot of hip hop connections in there. Like
Okay.
that they were cold. One of the girls that's in here,
I mean,
her first name was Jamila.